Micronations. What are they? Well, micronations are self-declared entities that claim to be independent countries, but aren't officially recognized by any government or international organizations. So essentially, they're just made up.
What the fuck is going on here?
Some are created as jokes or art projects, others are a political statement, and a few are surprisingly serious. Believe it or not, you can create your own micronation. All you really need is a bit of land, a flag, some laws, and then like a website so you can sell like merch or something. Now, what kind of micronations exist today? Today we are going to be looking at a few examples from a list on Wikipedia. Let's get into it. The Grand Duchy of Flandrensis. Now this country was founded all the way back in 2008 and originally began as a temporary project by a Belgian student named Nicolas de Mersch de Oyenberg, who currently rules over as Grand Duke and Head of State of Flandrensis. Its territory encompasses small 5 islands in West Antarctica. Behold the natural beauty of Flandrensis.
It's beautiful.
Hope you like penguins and sea lions. Enjoy some of their local cuisine, like fish. And now they don't really seek any formal recognition from the UN or any other country. Instead, their goal is to raise awareness for the effects of global warming and to advocate for the protection of Antarctic wildlife.
Well, this sucks.
Their focus also includes banning tourism
We just landed in Antarctica and we're gonna survive the next 50 hours here.
and commercial exploitation to preserve the continent's local ecosystem. As of 2021, the country claims to have 741 citizens scattered across the world. It even has its own currency, a newspaper, constitution, national anthem, and even has its own football team. Now, I kind of like this one. This one's pretty wholesome. It's very non-offensive. It's got, good intentions. I'm going to give this one a solid 8 out of 10. All right, next. The Republic of Molossia. Kevin Bao first dreamed of Molossia as a teenager back in 1977, holding on to his idea until he was able to purchase property in 1998 and bring his vision to life. Despite claiming independence from the United States, Bao continues to pay property taxes, which he refers to as foreign aid. Molossia has a modest population of 34, which includes 4 dogs. It also boasts a navy, a space program, a radio station, and its even own time zone. When entering the Republic of Molossia, visitors will have their passports stamped. So if you're in Nevada, go get yourself a very unique passport stamp. Kevin Bao has stated that his nation has been and will likely remain perpetually at war with East Germany,
I'm declaring war on fat gay kids.
despite the fact that East Germany was absorbed into the Federal Republic of Germany in 1990. Bao explains that he originally declared war on East Germany in 1983 while serving in the US Army and stationed in West Germany. However, he forgot about the declaration until rediscovering it years afterwards, when he realized that a tiny remnant of East Germany still technically existed as a small island near Cuba that has been given to them by Fidel Castro. What? This is news to me. I didn't know about this. Well, Kevin, keep up the good fight. The Republic has had a turbulent history, especially in 2010, when it was invaded by Doug Walker, also known as the Nostalgia Critic. He temporarily became the new head of state, installing a new cabinet and renamed the country to Kick-Assia. He was quickly overthrown, and the previous government and name were quickly reinstated. I really don't have a whole lot else on this one. I'm feeling a light to low 5 on this one. The New Utopia project was founded in 1995 by Lazarus Long, who dreamed of starting his own nation on the Misteriosa Bank, an unclaimed strip of underwater land in the Caribbean Sea. Long presented his vision as a utopian, hyper-capitalistic society modeled after the writings of Ayn Rand and Adam Smith.
Instead, I chose something different. I chose the impossible. I chose rapture.
Hello, how are you? I am under the water. Please help me.
Now, somehow, Long was able to raise over $100 million for his new Utopia project before it was inevitably shut down. Long was prosecuted by the SEC for fraud and claimed Long had made material misrepresentations and omissions concerning, among other things, the status of construction of the project, the companies associated with the project, the safety of the investment, and the status of the Commission's investigation into his activities. Long never saw his vision of a grand utopia come to life, as he died in 2012, and since then, Long's daughter has been in charge of the project. Yeah, I give this one 0 out of 5, mainly because it never actually existed. The Russian Empire. The Romanov Empire, also known as the Russian Empire, is a stateless micronation created by Russian businessman Anton Bakov. Bakov wishes to restore the monarchy and revive the Tsarist regime with Prince Karl Emich of Leiningen to serve as emperor. Part of Bakov's plan to gain international legitimacy was to purchase land that he could claim sovereignty over. There were two countries that he was in talks with, Kiribati and Gambia. Bakov presented his vision of his new island nation, essentially promising to build a super modern utopia, but in both cases, these talks never really went anywhere. So right now, the Russian Empire is kind of in limbo. But who knows, maybe he can purchase land in like the Donbass or something. Maybe he'll let Steven Seagal be his foreign minister. The Republic of Kugelmugel. In 1971, a man named Edwin Lippberger constructed a ball-shaped house in Katzeldorf, Austria. Originally, Lippberger simply wanted to challenge conventional architectural norms, but after his design was rejected by local authorities, he decided to turn his project into a physical statement about personal freedom and rebellion against authority. After completing his house, Lippberger built unapproved street signs and even attempted to turn his home into its very own township, and the situation escalated in 1976 when Lippberger declared independence from Austria. He issued his own stamps, refused to pay taxes, and requested formal recognition from the government of Austria. In 1979, the Austrian government got tired of Lippberger's shenanigans and arrested him for unlawful assumption of public authority and sentenced him to jail for 10 weeks. Helmut Zilk, Austria's cultural minister, suggested to Lippberger that the house should be moved to the nation's capital. Lippberger agreed to this, and the house was taken apart and transported to Vienna, where it still exists to this day. Not only is the name really goofy, just the whole story behind it is pretty funny to me. I'm going to give this one a big B for ball. The Kingdom of Wallachia. Located in the southeast corner of the Czech Republic, Tomáš Hřiboš, a Czech photographer, wanted to attract more tourists to the region, and the humorous solution he came up with was by creating his own kingdom. The country was founded in 1997, and in 2000, it officially crowned Czech comedian Bolek Polívka as the nation's sovereign, adorned with an illustrious crown made of cardboard. In 2001, Polívka's rule was revoked after he demanded 1 million Czech koruna for his services to the kingdom. The Wallachian government chose to settle this matter in a court of law. In 2007, a Czech court ruled against Polívka, rejecting his assertion of ownership over a kingdom that didn't even exist. After the ousting of its previous monarch, Vladimir Janel was crowned as the new king of Wallachia. I guess that internal turmoil follows the Wallachians wherever they go. 7 Pilsner Urquells out of 9. Sealand. If you've ever heard of the word micronation, this is probably the one that comes to your head. Sealand is an offshore platform located off the coast of England. The platform used to be a fort back in World War II, used by the British to protect Allied shipping lines. After the war, the fort was decommissioned and abandoned by the Royal Navy. In 1967, Paddy Roy Bates, claimed the fort for himself and intended to transform it into a pirate radio station. He declared independence from the United Kingdom and proclaimed the platform as the Principality of Sealand. Now, due to some legal dispute between Bates and England over an incident involving him shooting at a couple of sailors, the court found that technically, Sealand is outside of the country's territorial control and therefore couldn't legally prosecute him, and Bates saw this as Britain's acknowledgement of Sealand's independence. However, the most famous incident in Sealandic history was the coup of 1978, where the Prime Minister of Sealand, Alexander Achenbach, hired a group of German and Dutch mercenaries to seize the platform while the Grand Prince was off on holiday. The mercenaries took control of the platform and were initially successful. However, Prince Michael, Bates' son, escaped and reunited with his father, and together they hatched a plan to retake the country through force. The legendary Sealand Special Unit assaulted the platform using a helicopter and successfully regained control of the country, capturing the mercenaries and holding them for ransom. Eventually, the German and Dutch government got involved, and through intense negotiations, the hostages were released. Now, like I said before, this is easily the most famous micronation. It is really just kind of a bizarre piece of history. It's a popular meme in several online communities. It's been featured in documentaries, and there's like 1 billion YouTube videos that go over it. Sealand features its own currency, postage stamps, and has a variety of sports teams. They used to sell passports, but they stopped after it was reported that counterfeit Sealand passports were being used to finance drug trafficking and money laundering from Russia to Iraq. What the fuck? Now, the country does engage in foreign trade. What kind of foreign trade, you may ask? E-commerce, of course. If you go to their website, you can purchase a variety of noble titles. That's right, for the low price of $150 US, you can obtain knighthood. I'm giving this one a 5 out of 5. It is the gold standard of micronations and truly set the standard for every wannabe nation builder. Well, yeah, that's the video. If you enjoyed it, then please give it a like, maybe share it to your friends. If you want to watch a video on Chinese cigarettes, there should be a link to it here. And the Steven Seagal movie ranking is coming along. Stay tuned for that. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.